He signed about 300 on day one.
Yes. And the man needs to understand that America is just America. It's a country.
Yeah. But Murphy, you just said the man had been here before.
Yes.
What does he need to understand it?
It's sad.
No, you won't go American school?
No, not at all. Why should I?
To buttress further what Murphy has said, Trump's second coming is not his conduct so far as the 47th president of the United States of America has not come as a surprise.
Okay.
These were things he propagated during the campaigns, and the mass majority of Americans, in aligning with his vision, they all went to the polls. Majority, and that overwhelming victory.
And some would say won against the run of play.
Yes. And so, but these executive orders that is signing, already you can see that he's fishing in troubled waters, because a court.
Guatemalans.
As an executive order, as I was about saying, this is own input into the process of righting certain wrongs. When an executive order is sent, it doesn't automatically becomes a law.
What are you saying, Ziggy?
No, what I'm saying is when he sends it,
he signed on the illegal immigrants that have now been
that has taken effect already.
Will there be the security?
And they are taking effect already.
And deporting them.
But do you know that somebody
the
court has said no?
Troops have already been sent to the southern border.
Do you know some could be challenged?
You will challenge, but what we are saying is that the damage would already
have been done.
So some people have run away from some countries because of political, religious, or whatever persecution. Now you throw them back to the
and in the course of this,
if such is in Nigeria, if such order comes from the president, that night it would have been started.
What happened in America? They started it immediately, signed it.
Exactly.
No, there's the president's signature. It's a law
on its own.
Yes. So if Trump has signed any document, it is the duty of the relevant agencies to implement that document.
Give effect.
Give effect, or give it.
Give life to it.
Yes. Yeah. So what we are saying.
But it can still be withheld. Like
it can be withheld.
Just a minute. I have another listener here. Good afternoon.
Gentlemen and the press.
Are you there?
I'm Edward.
Edward, welcome.
And this issue of executive orders, because
only say no be executive order with the talk, no be executive order with the talk.
Making America great again. In terms of returning that executive order to Nigeria, I'm speaking on the line of the Electoral Act which have been signed. Can't we work on this Electoral Act?
Do you are you listening? I'm sure you are listening to hello. I'm sure you are listening to a wrong radio station. Please, this is Voice of the People, 90.3. So don't tell me about the Electoral Act. Please call again. Please, I'm looking at President Donald John Trump. He's spending his 7th day in office today, and his mantra was America first.
Yes.
And he's giving teeth to that mantra. The first thing he's doing is to expel illegal immigrants
through executive orders.
Through an executive order which is signed on Monday. So the number again, 0803 692 9933. Take that again, 0803 692 9933. When you get through, please let's stick with the issue at hand. Okay.
So like we were saying, Citizen Jones, as much as we recognize that Trump wants to give life to his campaign promises, we have a problem when the issue about the birthright thing is a constitutional matter. Yeah. So, like we have already seen executive order, which tells you clear, because the court does not just sit down and read whatever the judge wants. The judge takes the constitution and interpret it and say, no, this is what the law says. And that is how it should be done in any country. So, Mr. Trump grandstanding, like I would call it, has come to naught with regards to that executive order. And you can be rest assured that so many of his orders, executive orders, or in some other regards,
He signed about 300.
yeah,
on
so
Monday.
many of them will be subjected to, you know, a lot of legal
Yeah.
battles.
And intensive debates.
Debates,
Of
yes,
course,
absolutely. So the American people also have a right
to
to
do.
speak up
Yeah.
and challenge these things.
And
And
like Nelson, okay, you are coming back to my point now. I said when an executive order is signed,
yeah,
sometimes it could be vetted.
better by who?
But former President Buhari
Yeah,
Ziggy,
signed an order.
an executive order is
It's
a
a law.
statement.
I'm coming, sir.
So
Former-
when you sign it, who won't vet?
Okay, so former President Buhari
yeah.
signed.
Executive order and
Executive
local
order.
government authority.
Yes. What happened?
The
No,
court
I said
nullified it.
executive order number 10.
The
The court nullified it.
Yes.
So
Said
that means this time is it becoming binding when he signs?
No.
No,
we
no,
are
no, no.
Ziggy.
Uh,
No, we are
but the same order, the same thing former President Buhari wanted was taken to court by the present administration,
Yeah.
and in
They
a,
sought an
land,
interpretation of the
it took
law.
a
in a
different
landmark judgment,
Yeah.
Yes.
July 11 last year, if you
Yeah.
remember, the pronouncement came.
Yes.
So that law is binding.
Yes. And citizen, let me also help Ziggy. When Mr. President signs an executive order today, don't forget, if nobody goes to court,
Oh yeah.
that order subsists. So within that period that the order stands, a lot of damages,
Would have been done.
irreparable damages
Good.
could have been done.
Good.
So that's what we are saying. It's not that the judiciary cannot examine or
Of trying to
introspect
vet it. Yeah.
the executive order to see whether it is in tandem.
So that's the point I'm
Yes,
making too.
and so it is that damage we are trying to remove because it's about human lives. Lives that are lost, at least you know that there's no remedy for a lost life.
Oh yeah.
But there's no way of waking up somebody who is already dead. So
Yeah.
that is what we are trying to prevent, or a limb that has been damaged.
And also for a new administration, I think it would have been wise to do everything possible to avoid those things that will waste the time of the administration. Now, with these issues, I keep using the word avoidable issues.
Yes.
You have 4 states gone to court already.
Yeah.
You have 18
22
states.
states are in court.
Good.
22.
Now, what are you saying? It means that you are going to first of all engage the American judicial system needlessly. Then you are also going to engage these states and their executives needlessly on a legal battle that could have been avoided. Then even you, the Trump, will now have to spend some time with your legal team attending to these issues in court. And these things are things that you would have sat down in office for, discuss with those that you have to discuss. So look at those.
Their opinions.
Yes, look at those issues with the constitution. So you know exactly where to issue an executive order on. Then you know exactly which one that should go through a bill to the National Assembly.
But Murphy, you and I know very well, knowing Trump for who he
Exactly.
is, you know, he's a man who loves the
Grandstanding
who
thing.
loves
Let me
the
borrow
media,
your word.
who wants to be the face all the time.
Yes.
You know, when he speaks,
Loves
he's
to-
not speaking like a Democrat.
Loves to be in the media.
Yeah.
Loves to also disrespect the media at the same time.
Trump has respect for only one person. and that
You
is
know.
Trump. So his conduct so far has not come as a surprise to
You know,
a lot of
I
us.
said that.
And we are very hopeful that
Okay,
knowing the American system, knowing
Yes,
that,
of course.
it's a system that is very, very active.
And strong.
That and is a system that is built on institutions rather than men or women.
Yeah.
We know very well
Powerful
that if
men.
he runs foul of the law, the constitution, the courts are there to tell him, no, Mr. President, you can't do
You
this.
can exactly. And
Yeah, so the line, the 33, please write that down, 0803 6929 Let's get you talking. Do you have any insight you want to share with us? Raise more issues. 8 minutes to 4 o'clock. That's the time.
And you don't know who it will touch. So everybody's on alert.
Everybody's sitting up.
And that is why his policies from day one.
Are you saying he's like the elephant in the room?
Honestly. So everybody around the world, every country now are on their toes. Even Europe now knows that this is a wake-up time for Europe. You can't rely any longer on America because Trump has told you
there's a new sheriff.
There's a new sheriff in town.
And it's a bull in a Chinese.
Yes, Trump has told everybody that look, if you don't invest in America and you think you can bring your goods here, we'll use tariffs to drive you out of business.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and it just goes back to what I said. A particular country that is being porous to so many things suffer it.
yes, I agree.
You understand? Okay, look at our borders today. Anything comes in, anything goes out. If it's not checkmated, we're in trouble. So are you saying a president should stand and watch?
Ziggy,
No.
Ziggy, a listener is here. Good afternoon. Oh, okay. Please, the number again, 0803 692 9933. That's the number. Reach us by that. So I'd say good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Jones. I have an opinion. I see Donald Trump being impeached before the end of his tenure. That's why I'm saying it. In my own opinion, I think he continues this way. He's likely to be impeached by the Americans.
Osifo, you know,
Osifo. Only that, one of his psychopaths in House of Reps is saying that he should even go for third term, being the first American president that should go for third term. To me, I think
no, you should not. There had been one. Osifo, the president in American history who served a third term was Delano Roosevelt, FDR.
That was before the war. I mean, during the war.
After the war.
Yeah.
He was a great Democrat.
That case was very peculiar, unlike Donald Trump's case. You understand? They just want him to go for second term, just like any African president.
Thank you. Your 60 seconds are up. Thank you. Yeah. All right, folks. We'll change gears now and take on our second subject matter. But here's a song to keep you going.
After they took I from the bottomless pit with my hand was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. We forward in this generation. Won't you?
To the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming,
song. And so I had Bob Marley's song Interfering. Okay, let's take on our second talking point for today. Perhaps you know this, maybe you don't, that 10,000 constables have already passed out of 10,000 constables have passed out of the police colleges in Nigeria, and they have been posted to the states of origin. I hear they are to begin community policing. And then Mr. President has given an order that 30,000 police constables be recruited every year for the next few years, because, gentlemen, you know that Nigeria is grossly under-policed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Nigeria is grossly under-policed. So some folks say the 30,000 is not enough. Okay, so the Nigeria police has deployed 10,000 newly trained constables to their respective states of origin, so they can kickstart community policing. That's remember the last administration said no to it. So the current government has seen the need to give effect to community policing, which is akin to state police, which was debated intensely.
Citizen Jones, if
Yeah.
I may
Okay.
intervene,
Interject,
I don't think the previous administration was against community policing. I think the system of community policing even started under that administration. But it is the issue of escalating that community policing further to state police, like we have all clamored for, which from reports that we have gathered, but which has not yet been put into law, that almost all the 36 state governors are on the same page for the creation of a state police. How it will run is what we are going to, debate, because to create a state police, also that law has to go through the National Assembly as well as the states' houses of assembly. So be that as it may, I think the issue of community policing is something that is long overdue.
Yeah.
If we have that in place, a lot of our security challenges might not have arisen in some phases that it has, and some will not have developed to this level, because a major reason for our insecurity challenge is because of the mass teaming of our unemployed youths. But if you get some of them engaged, you can be rest assured that
after hearing that, Nelson, the fear is that many people would come forward because they are jobless.
Yes, let them come forward because they are jobless. But you and I know very well.
But policing is a serious matter.
No, it's a serious matter. But so even if you are jobless,
you don't just go out to join the police because you have no job.
No, citizen, no. If you join the police because you have no job, by the time you are trained and indoctrinated, if you are not reformed to love that job, you'll be rest assured that by the time you pass out, the job will find you out and you put you where you rightly belong. That is why you see, even as we are here,
you've been hearing the story about Nigerian policemen many years ago posted out on a United Nations duties. They got to a different country.
Yeah.
Ziggy, second day, the guy put a pole across the road. Now the colleagues say, no, we know they're Nigeria. that type of a police officer joined because they had no job.
Yeah.
Majority
So, I mean,
of them join because they have no job. Majority of them join because they are looking for a source of
for me,
livelihood.
policing is a serious job.
Yes.
And we have said Nigeria is grossly under-policed.
yes.
And the truth of the whole thing is that, like you said, policing and police as a job requires professionalism.
Oh, yeah.
If that is not
It requires
exhibited,
passion, not professionalism.
no, passion.
You must
is-
have the passion.
Yeah, but that is it now. If that is not exhibited while carrying out that job, you are in trouble. You are going to dent the reason for which you are being enlisted.
And then you run into trouble with
And you
us
run
now.
into the trouble. That's why somebody went abroad, just like he said, and begin to mount roadblock.
You say,
And
oh boy, I better come out the roadblock. We know they Nigeria.
you understand? So it's a serious issue.
problem.
It's a serious issue.
Because now, one is supposed to be celebrating that more young men and women are going to be recruited into the system, considering the fact that
To bridge the gap.
that we've been under police for quite some time. But again, you ask yourself, what exactly is the process of recruiting these persons?
Yeah,
What's the
Murphy,
process?
Murphy, Ziggy, and Nelson. The trouble in the police begins from the
Recruitment.
The
ground.
recruitment, yes.
Yes.
It is known that
It wouldn't need to be escalated. So it wouldn't need to be escalated. So it is a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag.
That is why.
Citizen, as much as I'm also concerned that
but that they can fritter that power away on the altar of taking these 20,000, 20 naira.
well, citizen, I think the
That's the human element.
yes, the well, citizen, I think the
That's the human element.
yes, the shortcoming of the police is a societal problem. The shortcoming of the police is a societal problem. And this the police we have doing his job. We use everything under the books, to influence him to look the other way, as if his job is not to, maintain law and order or uphold the law. A lot of times when we blame the policeman for collecting bribe or for doing some other things, I ask if
Nobody talks about the giver.
yes, nobody talks. Yes, that is where I'm going.
And it takes you to
Because,
tango.
for example, I drive a car. If my paper is next week, I'm already processing it this week.
Okay.
Because I don't want to talk story with anybody. Immediately I get to a point, a policeman stops me, bring your documents. I don't speak to Renchi. I obey. I give them my documents. And when they see that your documents are in order, thank you, sir, you can go.
Yeah.
But when the man gets there and his papers are expired maybe 3 months ago, the challenge we have with our police today is the creation of the society.
Oh yeah.
And our society is such that it is only when the policeman is doing that which is good that we applaud. When
Nobody notices when things go right.
Yes.
This is when it goes wrong. When they go wrong.
Look at the case of the lawyer that was killed in was it the Ajaleki axis?
Okay.
See the way everybody descended on that policeman, forgetting the fact that the state of mind of that policeman must have been generated from the everyday nature of the work, of which we have not helped them in any way in ensuring that they go for regular medical checkup, regular mental debriefing. Because if you understand the intricacies of that their job,
Oh yeah.
you know there are a lot of things we the society needs to put in, which we are not. And like we always say, it is what you sow that you reap.
Years ago, years and years ago, essentially after the white man left in 1960, the white man handed over a sane policing
Institution.
system
Yeah.
to our country.
Yeah.
But the system yielded to the vagaries of the Nigerian situation. Otherwise, years ago, as I was going to say, one policeman can arrest a whole village.
Can arrest the whole town, yes.
But now to arrest a criminal, you need
You need a battalion.
lorry loads
Yes.
of policemen.
People will tell you now only him.
Taking, or we that they are protecting, in fact, are not even really happy with them. And then that's why you see most of
Nigerians are not cooperating with them in terms of giving out
On an issue which is of concern to me. People information in the past.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
Yeah.
You volunteer an information to the police, you are apprehensive.
Yeah.
But citizen, when you say voluntary,
yeah. Sorry.
When you say voluntary,
yeah. Sorry, I have a listener here. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon. John.
Yeah.
The guys they have spoken well, but can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
It is the leader that deserves the kind of people that they have. Because the people elect leaders to lead them out of Egypt. Everybody cannot be a president or a governor. It is one person will have to do that so that be able to lead people right. So in America and Europe, we have different kinds of. In fact, what they have there, their citizens are more stubborn and more disobedient than Nigerian citizens. It is the law and good governance that controls them. So let's just stop saying that the people might be part of the problem, but that is why they need the leaders.
Do you understand what we are talking at all? I don't think the last caller understood what.
Citizen Joe, what I was trying to say earlier on is that one fact you cannot run away is that the police is an institution that is indispensable.
Oh yeah, we need it.
To the sustenance of law and order in any society.
Yeah.
And that is why we must treat the issue of policing. We must take it as a serious business.
It's not a happy thing, but let me remind us, Ziggy, you remember that when the Nigerian Civil War broke out, then head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, declared a police action. He deployed the police to deal with it.
Yes.
If you remember, I'm sure they tell him, oh, this one passed police now, you know.
Yes, it's like, that's in the history books.
Yeah.
So like what we are saying is that when we complain about our police, the question we should ask ourselves, what have we invested in them that we want the best? For example, you talked about somebody who is joining the police today who has to offer something to get employed.
Oh yeah, you pay to get recruited.
You also talk about a policeman who has to buy his own uniform.
Oh yeah. Remember
the policeman wants good life like Ziggy and I.
Remember in the Jonathan presidency?
Yes. There was a documentary, a TV exposed on the police college.
If you start walking from Edo State, now they have their basket by the side of their checking point. It is open. They give you change.
You're talking about change. They accept away.
It's a reflection of.
The policeman that you say is collecting money and giving change. Did he drop from the moon or is he a member of our family?
No,
the first qualification to be a policeman in Nigeria is that you must be a Nigerian citizen.
Previously. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes. What I was just trying to say is that our police is corrupt. It has a problem of leadership. So the corruption, you guys should stop.
Peter, did you get the gist of the story? The gist is that 10,000 policemen, as we speak, had graduated after months of training from police colleges across the country, and they are to be deployed to their states of origin. They will form the nucleus of community policing. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's okay. Compared to state policing, I don't believe in state policing. I believe in what the federal structure, the present federal structure, where we have community policing, which is okay. But the issue I've been hearing from listeners and even some of the parliament is about the welfare of the police and why they seem to be corrupt. To me, they are well trained. That is why when they go outside for international duty, you find them performing well. But the only difference is that the orientation is very poor. They are not well orientated. And not only that, it is what we have in society that we have as police. Like one of you did say ab initio that some of them borrow money or even get money to get into the police to be recruited. And once they come out within 6 months or 1 year, they try to pay, and that is why they are corrupt.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, 60 seconds are many thanks. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Jones, we must also add, but when we say the police, an average listener thinks that it's all about the rank and files. When we say the police, it means both the low in rank and the high in rank. And part of the problem of the police is also the police itself. Why do we end up having young police officers have to buy and sew their uniforms themselves, have to buy them shoes and the rest of it for themselves? Sometimes these monies are also released to the police authorities.
That's what I said earlier.
And those in charge will ensure that it doesn't get to the bottom. So part of the problem of the police is also the police. Part of those who are those who take money from police officers to be posted, to be transferred to certain juicy environment. It is also the men of the police. So the problem of the police in trying to find a solution, part of that solution must also come from the police. Those who have grown in the system must be kind to the younger ones in the systems, must be honest to them. Otherwise, there is no amount of policies from the government that will really make any meaningful impact if those within the police hierarchy are not honest in handling these issues.
No, Ziggy, I disagree with you.
Not Ziggy.
That
is Ziggy there.
Okay, sorry, Murphy. I disagree with you that...
it's your right to disagree.
That honesty. If we have a system in place that rewards and punish whatever you do, if you do right, you are rewarded. And because if you are saddled with the responsibility to provide for the welfare of your men, at the end of the day, people must take you to tax. That we gave you in January, we gave you 15 naira to buy 20 loaves of bread. There must be a means to verify whether you have lived up to that expectation. And if you have not lived up to the expectation because maybe you cornered part of the funds, then you should answer for it.
Yeah.
So it should not be about your honesty, it should be about as a people. For example, today now, if you recognize some departments, ministries and agencies are before the National Assembly defending the 2025 budget.
Yeah.
The National Assembly is already telling some of those ministries and agencies that go back, your budget is too low. It cannot provide any.
Yes,
I was wondering. You can't do anything with
what happened?
Paltry sum. So the question we should be asking ourselves is that the welfare of the police we are talking about, the morale, the man who wants to join, the man or the woman who wants to join the police from our families, what is the moral orientation they have from home? Is it about going to join the police and it is all about bribe? I remember in those days, when somebody's father is in the police, you automatically want one of your children to be in that same institution. You know, it becomes like a family pride. But today I've seen policemen who say they will never pray for their enemy to join the police because of what they go through.
Let alone their family members.
Yes. So I think the problem of the police is one which we should all introspect. Where have we gone wrong? The problems are multifaceted. The problem starts with even the recruitment, like we all said. We're talking about community police. You expect that if a policeman is posted to his community, he should be able to give his all. But that is no longer the case. Because in the past we are taught, and me, I still hold on to that tradition, which I'm passing to my children, that good name is better than silver and gold. But no longer in our modern day Nigeria. It is about what is in your pocket. Nobody. That is why somebody will join the police, and by tomorrow you see him with fleet of cars. Because why? The society does not say, this man, a policeman, buying 3 jeeps.
We don't frown anymore at
We don't frown, yes. That is why we're in this mess. So if everybody knows that your neighbor is watching you, that you could be reported, and if you are reported, you could be investigated and punished. Whether you are a policeman or a secondary, we are talking about police today. The people who are teachers, don't they collect bribes? Don't I took my son to write a common entrance some years back. I said it on air, and the boy came out and the boy said the auntie that was invigilating us was telling us the answers to each question, and I was like, oh my God.
Where is this coming from?
When we got to their venue, some parents were already contributing money.
Yeah.
I said I will be the last person that will contribute. If my son will fail, let me fail. I'll take him home.
Okay.
How can you spoil the generation? You are destroying. If that boy that the father paid to pass common entrance, if he becomes a policeman tomorrow, what will he be?
Only goodness knows what he will be. Oh, okay, I have another caller here. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Oh dear, I have difficulty hearing you. Okay then.
Okay,
just the phone number again, 0803 692 9933, and you get through to us. Yeah.
It is a general question. It's a general issue.
Just a minute. I have a listener. The listener is here. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe.
Keep your radio out of it. Keep your listening aid out of it. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Mr. Peter from Akowonjo.
Welcome.
Okay. In fact, this issue of police we are discussing now. The police where
by the way, you get what we did discuss. I said 10,000. Hold on, 10,000 policemen, police recruits have just been deployed to their states of origin. Start from there.
Okay. Yes. Now, come to the community in the area I live now. Do you have any police? You will see more than, in fact, more than thousands of people without the presence of police. Like what my brother was saying just now, community policing. That when people should know their police around them, go up to the street, you don't see any police. But the police we have, they are with our Oga, the big men, the politicians. And at the end of the day, the few ones we have, what do you expect them to do? Because they don't even have work. They go about even molesting Okada people. As I'm telling you now in this Akowonjo, what they are collecting from Okada men now, when they capture them, is 100,000 before Okada man can pay his bike. 100,000. I'm saying it, I witness it. So with all of this,
all right, thank you. 60 seconds out. Thank you.
What my brother said, that we should deploy the police to the community. We
Yeah,
should know
this is what the police high command has just done. I told you, you know.
Right.
Thank you.
There is no policing.
Thank you. What do you agree?
It's that we have a society that is rotten. I agree, but then too, because there's no society without you and I. You and I makes up the society, and for us to have a better society, we must also play a role. Whether you like it or not, I think the police in Nigeria has not done well at all. I encounter policemen on a daily basis, and their approach, their zeal to make instant money.
Yeah, Ziggy and Nelson, make on here. Let me face what you are saying. Do you know that the police is bad, now we also cause them.
Oh, sure.
Because they say police, they collect bribe. Who they give
Who they give
bribe?
a bribe?
Now we.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
Now, if you... okay, you hear your brother, your sister, your relative somewhere has trouble with the police. You get there, rather than wanting to go about it the normal way, you go drop money.
I agree. We have said enough of all that. We have said the police is not well paid, not well taken.
Bail is free. Bail is free.
On paper.
No, bail is free.
On paper.
Please, I'm listening to me. Bail is free. Me, you don't think where I go police. So I can't go to a police station and offer money to bail somebody. First of all, is the excuse for why he's held by the police bailable. Many people don't know about bailable offenses. Nelson, many people no go on go. Arson is unbailable. Terrorism is unbailable. Armed robbery is unbailable, and so on. Civil offenses are different.
Jones, I understand you very clearly. What I'm trying to say, we have established that for there to be a taker of bribe, there must be a giver. That has been established. But I must also tell you that there have been instances where people are compelled to, where people are forced to. We have seen cases where people are taken to ATM machines to withdraw money forcefully from their account to give police.
Don't you think you have a right to report?
Jones, what we're saying is this. Ziggy, don't worry now. Report to
Ziggy, let me tackle it. If you go to a police station somewhere at Ajegunle, yes, and you were assaulted or wrongly treated, you don't go to the DP of that station. Seek to see the police high command, in Lagos State. Ask to see the
Citizen, let me even
report it.
Jones, if you listen,
Murphy, just a minute.
You want to counter me? Allow me finish so you can counter it at once.
I'm not countering you, Murphy. You don't know what I want to say.
Okay, it's better I don't even know. It's better I don't even know. The point is that we have all agreed that the police are not well taken care of. We have spoken enough on that. I am saying that the police was also off the game. A caller said here that there are instances where you give information to the police and that information is used against you. These things happen on a basis. And when I said that there are instances where you are arrested and you are forced to release money from your ATM and the rest of it. There have been cases. These cases
hold on. Have you not been told by...
Just that Judge will not allow me.
Wait.
Judge will not allow me.
Wait. I allow you do what?
To talk.
I'm saying, have you not been told by the police high command, if you are giving information, don't stop the next policeman where you see on the road. I hope this is clear. It is when you go to a police command, say in Lagos here, ask to see the image maker, and you volunteer information, and nothing is done.
Just let me give you a simple instance.
Murphy, wait 1 minute.
I won't wait. Just didn't allow me to talk. So let me finish.
With this one where you talk, you cannot be talk.
I respond to you now.
Okay, Murphy. My position is this. As much as I agree with your submission totally, I'm not countering you, so you can see that you can't read my mind. I don't know where you got that idea that I was going to counter you. But the truth of the matter is that the situation we have found ourselves today, we are all guilty of it.
We have agreed.
Wait, Murphy. You see, this issue of police arrest for somebody force you to part with money or what have you, it is because of the level of education in the society. Somebody like you and I, the way the policeman will treat us, expecting repercussion, they will not treat the man riding Okada like that, because the man riding Okada, a lot of persons have approached me even on issues that has to do with police matters involving them, and the first advice I give is that go and get a lawyer. Stop attempting to assume that you want to take up your case. But again, you also look at, so if you tell somebody to go and get a lawyer, can he bear the cost?
Okay.
Then you're talking about the police. Citizen Jones talked about reporting to the authorities. Citizen Jones, I can tell you for free, the response mechanism.
No, if you like, charge me money.
The response mechanism, the information dissemination and feedback mechanism in the public space from the policing institution is not enough. If something happens in Mushi now, for example, you should know that you can report to the DPO. If you report to the DPO, if he doesn't take action on it, you report to the area commander. For example, there was a day I was going on the road. Policemen stopped me. All of a sudden, they said they are arresting me. I said, okay, let us go. Instead of taking me to their police station, they took me to a local government. And they now handed me over to some civilians. I now told the policeman that I will make you suffer for this. Policeman arresting me and handing me over to civilian to do what with me? So you know what I did? I did a petition to the area commander. I said I've never seen this type of assault on police. I reported them to the petition. The DPO was alarmed. He said, "Wait." I told him the point where I was arrested. The DPO now sent them to go and bring them. You need to see the way the DPO was now begging me that, please, Mr. Kujumi, don't report me to the area commander. Because I told him that I've written a petition to the area commander and the CP. The DPO said, you won't kill me. That the CP will dismiss him from that police station. And I said, how can a policeman arrest me and hand me over to a civilian like myself? I said, to do what?
To do the negotiations. If
to do
negotiations. Ziggy, 1 second. Let me give you one simple analogy. My friend was traveling around that Bini, between Ore and Bini. He got stopped by some policemen along the way. He stopped. They asked for his papers. He put out all his vehicle particulars. They were intact.
They will delay him. I know what happened on that expressway.
What I'm trying to tell you that when they are determined to do the wrong thing, why was this signature this way? He said, how am I supposed to know now? And he said, don't take me to your office. Why should I bribe you? I have my driver license, I have every other thing. They followed them. They drove him to the office. As soon as they got to the office, they packed him somewhere.
They went back.
They disappeared.
That's it.
And that is a man traveling to the east. Now, after 1 hour, 2 hours, what is the issue? Who brought you here? He discussed, they've gone now. I'm trying to tell you how bad and how our Nigerian police can make things difficult for citizens sometimes. Yeah. The man ended up spending more than 5 hours there. Sometimes you are arrested, they drop you at the police station. So do you know that today police cautiously see arrest people for wandering? Meanwhile, there's nothing like wandering in Nigeria. That law has been abolished long ago. They arrest you for one, they drop you there in the evening if you don't negotiate. Because if they pick you at a particular bus, before they drive you to the station, you are expected to negotiate. If you fail to, they drop you at the station, they've closed for the day. So by the time you begin to ask me, they say, oh, I can't bring you here. He said, I want Mr. Nelson. I don't close now. They say, I don't close now. And you are going to spend the night there. So we agree that the system has not been fed to the police and all of us. But we are saying too that the police has not helped at all.
I agree with
now,
Ziggy, you can go ahead.
On different checkpoints, you see some policemen and you see one civilian.
Staying with
the
agent.
What does he do? He negotiates with you.
Yes.
Or police negotiates with you, and you pay the money.
He's the accountant.
To the civilian. So maybe why you were taken to that local government is to negotiate with
Ziggy, you pay because you are guilty?
No, I don't pay.
Because you are not guilty. Then you pay for not being guilty.
No, citizens.
Whether you are guilty
because you pay.
I just, Nelson, did I not just give an example of somebody who was trying to have to spend 5 hours?
You pay because you see this traveling that we talked about. There was a day I was traveling between Lagos and this Benin Expressway. I was stopped like that. My documents were intact.
Yes.
They started misbehaving. I was like, Mr. Man, let me go. Even upon that,
see whether it is the CP that sent them.
And you know what the guy said? The guy just told me that Nelson,
call whoever,
them and
they will not.
Those guys, there's no way we can track them from here.
Yes.
So that's why I said
repeat that. What did they tell you?
that there's no way they can track
A
them
senior
from
police officer says settle them and
PSO.
go your way. Did you hear that?
That's why I said earlier on that the report
So
mechanism.
we are damned.
No, we are not damned. It
We
can
are
be
not
remedied
damned.
because some of us have not given up. Have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Patrick from Mapoluku.
Yeah, Patrick, go on.
Yeah, when I had the conversation, I heard something like whether the blame on the corrupt police should be.
Just passed out of the police training have been deployed to their states of origin.
Okay. Maybe I heard it explaining it. He said on that which I state first. Thank you.
Now the thing where you want to talk, yeah, that's not what we are discussing. Thank you.
Okay.
So, Citizen Jones, in question, for me, the issue about the first issue we discussed was about Trump. One is not surprised about what Trump is doing in America with his executive orders, but one is happy institutions, and there are institutions to uphold those laws, which are very, very viral institutions. As much as we are deploying 10,000 policemen to their states of origin, we have not done too well with regards to policing. We can do better. And it is for us all to recognize that as we make our bed, so we lie on it. Even if we deploy 500,000 policemen, that we all know we are under police. If we don't do the right thing to motivate, to provide the necessary tools for them to work, the policing deficiency will continue to reoccur. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his second journey, what he felt he couldn't do at his first tenure.
First coming.
Yeah, his first coming, and as it is, who will blame him? He wants the best for his people, just like a father who, after thinking and trying to realize certain things he hasn't done, will want to right those wrongs. So that's the way it is, and whatever I think, he has passion for his country. Is obvious. So many things he has done. Yes, we might view it from the other.
But how dedicated they
No,
can be.
30,000 policemen and women to be recruited every year, Mr. President.
It's a welcome development, but not just the recruitment, but if we can try harder to make the recruitment for the dedicated ones, not just for job seekers, but those who have a flair for this job.
All right. Thank you. That will just about do it for today. Let me thank Murphy Abadone for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. Ziggy Ibe, many thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Not forgetting Nelson Ekujuni. Many thanks.
Thank you, Citizen News.
So we are out of here. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye now.